Hey guys, welcome back to Cinema with Jahari, and today I'm going to be reviewing Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Now, I'm going to go a little out of order. I'm going to actually review Sonic 3 today because since this movie is brand new, I'm going to review this one first. I'll get to Sonic 2 tomorrow, but enjoy today's video of Sonic 3. This movie was so fun. It hit every note I wanted. I just love this movie. I'm going to get to my positives, my mixed, and negatives. This movie was lit, and then let's get into the review. Starting with my positive, the biggest positive of this movie was Keanu Reeves' version of Shadow. I thought he killed it in this movie. He was by far the best part. I love how he's so serious, he's dark, he has this tragic backstory that I really like. I like some of his action-packed sequences with him like punching and beating up the guards, and I love like his showdown with Sonic and Tails and Knuckles. I thought that was very cool. I love um his chemistry with Jim Carrey's Robotnik and the Grandpa Robotnik. I thought that was very fun. I feel like that he brought a very good new addition to this franchise, and I would like to see more of him in the movies that's gonna come forward. And he was by far the best part of this movie. In the second movie, I just love how they introduced Knuckles and Tails with Sonic. I feel like that their chemistry is even stronger in this movie. I feel like that they do a great job continuing their relationship. And like I said in my first review, I really enjoyed what they did with Sonic character. They really nailed the character of Sonic because, he's a silent character in the video games. And I just love how they brought his persona to life in these movies. And I feel like that Knuckles, played by Idris Elba, does a fantastic job. He's like the strong meathead character that I really enjoy, and I feel like he reminds me of like Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought that was a fun little nod to, and I just love how he's like the muscle of the group. And you have Tails, who's like the more of the quiet one, the more of the smart guy, the technology guy. I feel like that he did awesome as well. Like I said, these three trio in this movie, in the previous movie, they just did a fantastic job bringing all these three to life. And I just love how they tie into the story and how Sonic is battling with Shadow and everything. Like, they're by far the best parts of this movie, like Shadow. Another big highlight was Jim Carrey's version of Dr. Robotnik, the return of Dr. Robotnik, and his new character he's playing is the Grandpa Robotnik. I thought he was hilarious in this movie, like he was in the first two. And playing two parts, that's a very high praise, how he was able to do that. They're both very funny. They by far the best part. Again, like all these characters are like the standout. They really made this movie as fun as it was. I just feel like the physical comedy was just hilarious. Jim Carrey like just brings back his classic 90s self in these two roles. I feel like he just does fantastic. I just feel like that I'm glad he didn't retire and he came back to do this movie. I just feel like he just did so this there's so many laugh out loud moments with these two. I feel like that they gave the Grandpa Robotnik a good story along with Shadow. I feel like that was very smart to do, like tying in him with Shadow. That was a very great way to do the story, and I just feel like that um Jim should just continue on doing these movies. He's shown us that no one could play Robotnik like on screen like he could. Alright, surprisingly, I'm gonna actually put the human characters in the positive this time. I really enjoy what they do with these characters because I feel like they learned their lesson from the first two of having the human characters less screen time, which I thought that was a good decision. Is because we don't really need them. What we came here for was Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and Shadow and Robotnik. We don't really come for the human characters, and I feel like that's why I like them more here is because they have a little bit less screen time, and I feel like the moments they have in this movie is funny. Unlike in the weather scene in Sonic 2, which was kind of a distraction, but I feel like is not a distraction in this movie, and that's a very high praise. I feel like they do a much better job with that in this movie. So yeah, I'm gonna put them in the positive this time. That was a very good way. I thought they learned their lesson really good. And my last positive is gonna be the humor. I feel like the humor was very nice in this movie. I really enjoy how they less relied on poop and fart jokes. I'm really glad how they made the physical comedy very nice, especially with Jim Carrey's Robotnik duo, and also, of course, Sonic and Knuckles and Tails. I feel like the humor was a little bit better, even though I do like the humor in the first two. But I feel like the humor is much better here. Yeah, I almost put it in the mixed aspect because there are a few jokes that didn't quite land, but most of the jokes really land, so that's why I had to put it in the positives. But yeah, the humor was a very nice touch. And my only negative with the movie is gonna be I feel like they kind of wasted Kristen Ritter in this movie because I really enjoy her as an actress and I really want more of her. She only got like a few scenes. I really wish she could have had more purpose to the story. That's really my only negative with the movie, hardly. If I had to choose another negative, it might be the third act wasn't as exciting, maybe as number two was, but that's really not a slight negative, so that's why I had to leave it off. But I feel like that they could have done better with her. But really, that's it for my negatives, really. So overall, this movie is a 4 out of 5. It's a 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. This movie was awesome. I'll give it a go out and buy it. And go tell your family to go see this movie in theaters because it's worth a 2 hour watch. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.